What's up, my YouTube family? Welcome back to the Gaming Brigade, and in today's video I wanted to show you a build that I've been using for a while now in the open world. It's just great for anything, whether it's, bounties, control points, territory controls, things like that. It's just kind of a balanced build I've enjoyed using, therefore I wanted to share it with you today. Now, if you happen to be new here, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button. If you enjoyed this, you could hit that like button as well, and remember we are currently having a giveaway for a PlayStation 5. To enter, all you need to do is subscribe here or follow on Twitter, and the winner will be announced on October 2nd of this year. We are going to jump right into the build as always, my friends. However, I want to mention really quick that this is just a template. This is one of so many different ways you can run with the build like this. The most important thing is to truly take your time and make a build your own. And of course, at the end of the video, I'll be going over a few details in regards to, really catering a build towards your game style, things like that. But jumping into this one, starting with the specialization, I'm using Technician for the fact that I do get that extra skill tier, but I also get to use the Artificer, or is it Artificer, whatever it is. I get to use this hive, which will help strengthen my shield, and it also gives me the use of the linked laser pointer, which comes into play in regards to my primary and secondary weapon. And remember, regardless of which specialization you choose, always have the proper weapons activated in your weapon skill tree. That way you always get a 15% weapon damage bonus. My primary weapon for this build is the Kingbreaker assault rifle. Now, it is a guaranteed drop in the current seasonal reward track, and you can farm for it anywhere the AR is the targeted loot. Now, it has the talent perfect flatline, which, as you can see, amplifies your total weapon damage by 20% to pulsed enemies. Now, with this AR, you can equip that linked laser pointer, which pulses every single enemy you target, so no matter what, you are always getting that weapon damage bonus. My secondary weapon for this build is a Vector SMG. Now, with a handful of SMGs in this game, they do have a long barrel, which means you can also equip that linked laser pointer. And once again, I'm using the talent flatline. Now, this is the regular version, which is going to amplify my weapon damage to pulsed enemies by 15%. Moving on to the gear itself, we're running with 2 Walker and Harris, 1 Uzina, 1 Richter and Kaiser, 1 Overlord, and 1 Petrov. It's a bit of a hodgepodge, but it does really work. Now, starting off with the mask, it's the first piece of Walker and Harris, and we have that equipped so we get that extra 5% weapon damage bonus. And you'll notice in a few of these pieces I do have armor as my core attribute, and that comes into play when we're talking about our shield strength, which I will get into towards the end of the video. Now, moving on to the body armor, it's the named Uzina, the closer. I absolutely love this thing. It not only gives us a 5% armor bonus, but it also has the talent perfect spotter, which increases weapon and skill damage by 20% to pulsed enemies. Next, my friends, we have the holster, which is the named Richter and Kaiser holster, the Forge. Now, this is something that we have a family member at the channel, Sam, who has been asking me to put together a build based around the Forge for the longest time that wasn't just a full-on tank build. Sam, this video is for you. Thank you so much for your patience. Now, the reason I'm using this is because it does give us a 50% shield health bonus. Now, one thing that happened in the game when they introduced Title Update 15 is the fact that when your shield is depleted, your character will become disoriented, which can totally throw off your game. So having this equipped really does help out, and for those of you that do not have it, I strongly suggest farm Countdown, set your targeted loot to holsters. Chances are you'll get it in 1 or 2 attempts. Moving on to the knee pads, they are the Fox's Prayer knee pads, which are still some of the best ones you can have equipped in the game because of that middle attribute, 8% damage to targets out of cover, which is absolutely insane. And when you combine it with the gloves, which happen to be the Contractor's gloves, which have that 8% damage to armor bonus, that it just really helps just take out a lot of these NPCs really quickly. And again, I've changed my core attribute to armor because I wanted a little more survivability with the build. And now we make our way to the backpack. And this again is one of those pieces where you have so many different options to choose from. So I've chosen a second piece of Walker and Harris. It's the name bag, the Matador, which gives me not only a 5% damage to armor bonus, but it also has the talent perfect adrenaline rush. Now, if you do not have this, you could use a piece of Fenris, put adrenaline rush on that, or honestly, my number one choice as always would be the Memento backpack, because in my opinion, it is still the best bag in the game, especially for a build like this, because you get a bonus to weapon damage, skill efficiency, and armor. And if you do not have that bag as yet, I strongly suggest farming Countdown. Let people know what you're looking for, and chances are if they get it and they have it, they will share it with you. Now, as you notice throughout the build, a few of my core attributes were armor, because that does have an impact on my shield strength, because with the Crusader shield, your shield skill tier increases with both armor and skill attributes. You can see I have 3 armor attributes, 1 skill attribute, plus I also have the Technician specialization, which is giving me an extra skill tier. So even though on the left it says I'm at skill tier 2, my shield strength is at skill tier 5. The other skill I have equipped is the Artificer, whichever one it is, I don't know. Feel free to let me know in the comment section. I go online to check it out. I get different versions, but whatever. But anyway, I'm using the Hive, and with that, it's going to give me an extra boost to my shield health. However, with that being said, it brings me back to something I talked about earlier, and that's making a build your own. So when you're putting a build like this together, you may decide you do not need that extra boost to your shield. You may decide you'd rather use the assault drone, because with that, it's going to be a distraction to NPCs and put out damage. And the fact that you have the Talent Perfect Spotter, it also means that you're getting an extra 20% damage boost to pulsed enemies, which is going to be every enemy, because again, you are using the linked laser pointer, so every single enemy you target is going to be pulsed. So once again, to be clear, try out different variations, my friends. You could be at shield skill tier 5 and realize that's way too much. I only need 4, which means you can increase your weapon damage. So again, really take your time and make something your own. Most of you know by now that one of my favorite aspects about putting these build videos together is the family that we have at the channel. So as always, if you have any tips or tricks you want to pass along to new and returning players, please let me know in the comment section down below, as the main goal is to help out as many people as we can. With all that being said, I want to take a moment as always and thank you all for your continued amazing support of this channel, and remind you, if you happen to be new here, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button. If you enjoyed this, you could hit that like button as well, but most importantly, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks again, everyone.
Additional hostile contacts. System malfunctioning.